Let's make another randomly generated piece of jewelry.
Today's numbers are drawer 2, impression die 3.
1, 2, 3.
Here is the die. It has a number of designs that we can choose from. It's got this penguin. I don't think I have a stone the right size to fit in its belly. That's where a stone goes. It has this little tiny filigree style butterfly, a leaf. It's got this beautiful guilloche square, and it has these little tiny moons and a leaf. I'm going to use the moons. I have a really fun idea for how to make a pair of earrings with those. First up, I press both of the moons in sterling silver in my 20-ton hydraulic press, then saw out each of the moons and sand the edges so that they're nice and smooth. And just look how tiny these moons are. They could both fit on top of my fingernail. I'm turning these into stud earrings, so I'm soldering an ear post on the back of each moon. I want to pair the moons with this cloud pattern plate, so I'm going to texture my metal to look like clouds. This part of the process is going to look really weird until I get further along, so just bear with me. I promise it's going to look good. So I cut out that pattern metal with that pancake die, which basically cuts out a blank of metal. Next, I trim that piece of metal. I cut it in half and make sure that the two halves are the same length. I use a pair of dividers to mark 2 dots in that center tab section and then drill a hole at each of those marks. I want to get rid of that sharp right angle at the center, so I'm sawing this curved line from either side up along those holes to create a more graceful design. And these are the components for this pair of earrings. There are 2 parts to each of these earrings. The first are these little tiny moon studs. I added a patina so that you can really see that detail. These are just the sweetest little post earrings, and they can be worn alone or they can be paired with the dangles. So what these are called ear jackets, and they are worn by inserting the post through the ear and then behind the earlobe adding on a second component that can dangle behind and show beneath the earlobe. So they're a really fun way to get kind of a 2-for-1 when it comes to a pair of earrings. Here's my beautiful drawing of an ear to illustrate how these will be worn. So the earring post is inserted through the front of the earlobe, and then the second component is threaded on from behind onto the post, and then the earring back is placed on. There are 2 holes in the jacket portion too, so that you can adjust the length of the piece that hangs down beneath the earlobe. And of course, I sign each of my pieces. I hope you like these earrings. I wanted to do something a little bit different. You can wear them on their own or with the jacket, and I just think that's the most fun thing ever. If you want to play along, leave me 2 numbers in the comments. A number 1 through 8, that's the drawer I'll pick, and number 1 through 85, and that will be the die from that drawer I'll choose. I truly appreciate all of you and for all of the comments I get. Obviously, I can't make everyone's numbers, but I'm sure going to try to make as many as I can. Thank you all. I appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next video.